Girlfriend relocates to my place and assumes I'll handle all the expenses. Takes me out for a pricey birthday meal but can't cover her portion. Then labels me an AH. Encountered a woman on the internet who appeared truly kind. She was staying with her relative and the relative's children after relocating to escape from a distant dad. She was employed as a deputy supervisor at Starbucks and seemed to be managing all right. Not fantastic, but not awful either. We began seeing each other, and after roughly 4 months, she noted that she needed to locate a new residence since her relative was tying the knot and intending to leave the flat where she resided to cohabit with her upcoming spouse. I believed the connection was progressing nicely, so I suggested, why not come live with me? I'd been residing solo in a single-bedroom unit in the Orange County, California region for around a year and a half. And yes, it's costly to reside there, but I was managing financially. Upon her arrival, I didn't consider the costs rising. I simply assumed I could handle it since I'd been doing so prior to her joining, and I thought she'd pitch in somehow. Plus, we were enjoying plenty of intimacy, and I figured, hey, this is wonderful. Jump ahead about 6 months, and my birthday is nearing. She informs me, I'm going to buy you supper anywhere you desire, let's head there. Once more, aware she's not earning huge sums as she's basically entry-level oversight at a Starbucks, I don't aim to overspend. I propose we visit a decent, moderate-tier seafood spot so I can have some seafood. She says, you can select anything from the list, I'll cover it. As we arrive at the eatery, there's roughly a 45-minute delay, so she enters the lounge and requests some beverages. I knew I was the driver, so I mentioned, I just want a soda. She then went ahead and got a Cosmopolitan. I didn't challenge it since, hey, I wasn't footing the bill, correct. They summon our seating and she has them transfer the drinks to our tab, and then she inquires, what are you choosing? I go on to request a shrimp dish, not anything costly. Actually, it's among the less pricey options on the menu. She then submits an order for the surf and turf mix, which includes a lobster tail and is the priciest item available. Again, I wasn't concerned about the cost. Since I wasn't paying, it was my birthday, and she'd emphasized it. It arrives, she nibbles at it and comments, oh, this is fine, but it's not precisely what I expected. Is the beef overdone? Lobster undercooked? What? It's just not satisfying. She doesn't request anything additional, but simply grumbles about it, and I essentially disregard it and eat up. When the bill arrives, she examines it and says, can you charge it to your card? I don't have sufficient to pay the total. I only have $75. I'll compensate you later at home. I was somewhat stunned, because she had known her available funds and could have planned with a dish or recommended something more affordable. I'd have been content with heading to Chili's or Applebee's if she'd informed me she couldn't manage the seafood place. I know coffee shop workers and supervisors don't earn a fortune and would have been satisfied with a 2 for $30 deal or similar. But I was infatuated, or what I believed was infatuation, and she returned home and we had some amazing intimacy. Well, when the payment was due, I requested the $75 to apply toward it, and she informs me, oh, sorry, I used it. I become annoyed but release it. 2 months afterward, I receive notice that my lease is going up. I tell her, see, rent is rising. I require you to assist a little monetarily. I'll cover all the services, fill your car with fuel, and handle half the rent, but I'm requesting you to cover half the rent. That's all. But my funds are my funds. You've been covering the rent for nearly 3 years now without issue. You should be capable of continuing it. Moreover, you're receiving intimacy from me. That should be valuable. My mind halted, and my words took control when she stated that. I remarked to her, you're implying that being intimate with me is compensation for the rent. You do understand that is a type of sex work, right? You're essentially labeling yourself a prostitute. She became angry at that moment and left the apartment abruptly, spending the evening at her relative's home on the couch. Soon after, she returned and gathered her belongings, took the groceries from the refrigerator, and departed. I received texts from her pals labeling me various insults for that event, claiming I was unappreciative, etc. Am I at fault here? Am I truly the AH for this because I allowed my words to flow and called her a prostitute?